Thank you, Morley. Coach, a chance today to really get on a roll now. You won 2 straight. Now it's a chance to win 3 straight against a very good football team.
Yeah, this is obviously going to be a big task for us, but we understand the importance of this football game. Playing a tough Toronto organized team today, we need to execute very well and give ourselves a chance.
I've done a bit of a poll with your players, informal, but I've asked, what's the difference between a 2-game losing streak and an 8-game or a 2-game win streak compared to the 8-game losing streak? Is it better in here? He says, and the players to a man say it hasn't changed. How could that be?
Because when you're convicted that you're doing things the right way and you understand the process, I think that you don't change your temperament. Randy Kipler said properly, when you can treat victory and defeat the same, then you really got it right. And I feel that we have it right. Our players have done an exceptional job of continuing to work the smart way, and hopefully we'll continue to do that.
I guess our job in the media is to look at the standings for you. You've done a good job, and the players are buying into it. That don't look at the standings. It's 1-game season again.
Yeah, again, it's a 1-game season.
Yeah.
It's about us putting ourselves in a better position than we were the last week. And if we go out and have a successful night tonight, we'll be in better standing. And the next week game will be even more important. And until we are able to get ourselves back into the conversation, we have to take it 1 game at a time.
What do you take away from a game last week where you're down 20-0 early? You outscore Winnipeg from that point on 35-7, but you really were rolling uphill for most of the game, and then you finally get control and win it in overtime.
It's a tremendous character builder. Not that we didn't already have character, but our guys have been in those situations like 7 or 8 other times in the season. And to come out with a win probably was the best script that we could have, because now our guys understand what it takes to win. And we talk about it often about learning to win. I think that was a good situation where we learned how to win a football game.
Your offense is playing very well, led by Mike Riley, and you've stayed balanced, I've noticed, in the last few games. And now Hugh Charles, unfortunately, will not play today, but you will see John White in the mix. Important to stay balanced, however.
Absolutely. It is tremendously important to have that balance about us. Last week when Hugh was limiting the things he could do, he was still effective at the inside run. We were able to establish a perimeter run with other guys. This week, having John back will allow us to have one guy doing all the stuff, and that will allow us to be even more balanced, except in some special situations.
It all starts up front. Toronto has an excellent defense led by coordinator Chris Jones. Khalif Mitchell, pain in the butt to play against, isn't he?
I was waking up at 3:30 precisely every morning, and my wife asked why. I said 2 words, Khalif Mitchell. He wreaks havoc. He's a young man that's very disruptive in the middle. And when you have interior disruption, your entire offense is dysfunctional. And for us, we have to make certain today we pay very close attention to him, and hopefully he's not Khalif of normal.
The last time these two teams played, August 18th in Toronto, an aerial show from Mike Riley and Ricky Ray. You don't see Ricky Ray today, but you see Zach Collaros. What do you see out of Collaros that really impresses you?
A young man that's mature beyond what the numbers say that he's played. He is a very smart quarterback. He's much like Mike, that triple threat. They can beat you mentally, they can beat you with the pass, and when they're outside the pocket, they're very adept with the run and with the football. So we're going to have to be very mindful where he's at and know that the play is never over, because that young man can extend the play with his legs.
I'm sure you hope it doesn't come to this, but we have the 2 best fourth-quarter quarterbacks in the CFL. Might be a nervous fourth quarter.
Yeah, I asked those guys to put a defibrillator on the sideline, because if we go through another one of those games, it could be tough for a lot of us in terms of our heart. Those guys are tremendous in terms of their poise, and they're tremendous in terms of their leadership. When you have good poise and good leadership, you're going to always have the ability to make plays in the end to give your team a chance, and that's what both quarterbacks bring to the table.
Final one for you. You've been on both sides of the fence now with Fred Stamps. You've had a game plan against him. Now you've been his coach for the last 3 seasons. He plays CFL game number 100 here today at Commonwealth Stadium. What can you say about Fred Stamps? It hasn't been already said.
I think we're running out of superlatives for him, but I would just say he embodies what we say when we say the Edmonton Eskimo way and the Edmonton Eskimo guy. He's a professional on and off the field. He's a young man that does everything the right way, and he does it with humility. I mean, if we walked into the locker room and didn't know anyone's name, you would never be able to say that Fred Stamp is an elite player because of the way he carries himself. So he's done everything the right way, and he's made this franchise a lot better because of his presence.
Kavis, thank you. All the best today.
Thank you.